Okay, it's the next morning. I'm at a rest stop just on the other side of the Arizona-New Mexico border, headed east. And today we're at Planet Fitness and the post office to send out a package. Just because you have to go to Planet Fitness to get a shower does not make it a grand adventure. In this lifestyle, you do what you got to do, and that's it. There's a lot of yak. But no, we're pulling away from that. Not everything has to be YouTube glamorous. Just shut up and drive. Albuquerque. I knew there was a lot here that I could have stopped and explored, but this just wasn't the day for it. The traffic, the pace, and everything happening along Route 66 had me feeling a little out of sync. And sometimes that's just how road trips go. So I actually just kept moving. I drove straight through Albuquerque, watched the city disappear in the mirrors, and figured maybe I'll come back when the time is right. Santa Rosa, New Mexico. There's something about this little town that feels like Route 66. Maybe it's the old storefronts, the wide streets, or just knowing that travelers have been coming through here for nearly 100 years. Santa Rosa sits along the Pecos River, and when Route 66 was created back in 1926, the original road came right through here. And this wasn't just another place to stop for gas. Santa Rosa became a welcome break for travelers crossing the high desert. There's actually a pretty interesting story hiding beneath this town. Santa Rosa is famous for the Blue Hole, an 81-foot deep natural artesian spring with water so clear and cold that it's become a destination for scuba divers, right in the middle of the New Mexico desert. So I guess you can legitimately say that this place is a dive. And Route 66 has left a pretty big mark here. Santa Rosa even made its way into John Steinbeck's The Grapes of Wrath, with the railroad bridge over the Pecos River becoming part of the story. Today, you can still find pieces of that old road scattered around town. Neon signs, old businesses, and places that remember when Route 66 was the main way across America. This town doesn't shout for your attention. You just have to slow down enough to notice it. And speaking of things worth stopping for, there's a place in Santa Rosa I wanted to check out. The Route 66 Auto Museum. There are some places along Route 66 where you pull in because you saw a sign. Then there are those places that you walk into and you immediately realize, okay, I'm going to be here for a while. And that's pretty much what happened when I walked into the Route 66 Auto Museum in Santa Rosa. Because this place isn't just a collection of old cars. It's a little time capsule of what America looked like when the automobile was changing everything. And if you're into cars, well, you're probably going to have a problem leaving too. Oh no, Fink, what are we going to do? There are more than 30 vintage vehicles in here, along with old gas pumps, signs, toys, and all kinds of Route 66 memorabilia. And the further you walk, the harder it gets to decide which one you want to look at next. After walking around this place for a while, I started thinking about just how different this road must have looked 70 or 80 years ago. No interstate, no GPS, no smartphone telling you where to turn. Just a highway, a tank of gas, and hopefully a pretty good idea of where you're going. Maybe getting lost was part of the adventure. And that's what this museum captures better than anything. The freedom to point the nose of the car towards the horizon and see what was out there waiting. That's Route 66, and that's why even after all these years, people are still following this road. This one has a subdued flame paint job. Can't see it very well with these lights and the checker pattern on the floor. See it a little better on this side. I came into Santa Rosa looking for a little Route 66 history, and I definitely found it. But around here, history doesn't always sit behind glass. Sometimes it's just got four wheels and a whole lot of chrome. The museum was definitely the highlight for me. There's still a little bit of Route 66 left through town, so I followed it out as far as I could. Eventually, it dumped me back onto the interstate. By this point, I was getting pretty tired, so I wasn't really looking forward to another adventure. I just needed somewhere to pull over, eat something, and call it a night. A few miles down the road, I found the Vong rest stop. Good enough. Van parked, day over. Tomorrow, I'll figure out where the road has taken me next. This video was made with generous donations from other Get Lost travelers just like you.